Where are Putin's children?
While the country is at war, Russians are angry at Putin's regime.
And we just watch this, watch and sign up for it.
Perm and Tuapse are taking hits. Victory Day parades are being cancelled across Russia. 4 Su-57 and Su-34 aircraft were hit at Shagol airfield in Chelyabinsk. Fico said that in Brussels, people ask him about Putin even in the restroom. iPhones and Google Pixels are being banned in Russia. The only link to the outside world now is a cat litter box. Hello everyone, I'm Yulia Cord, and this is the Trending Program. Every day we bring you the latest news, show interesting videos, and debunk fakes. Guys, it seems it has begun. An activist at a May Day rally in Novosibirsk criticized Putin's regime for involving youth in the ongoing war with Ukraine. He also focused on the children of Putin, Medvedev, and Kirienko, whom they don't send to die for Putin's imperial ambitions.
And we just watch this. Watch and sign up for it, and sign up for it. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm forced to go vote. And if I don't go, I'll be fired from my job. And they also make me bring 2 friends. Where is Medvedev's son? Preparing to build a political career within United Russia. Where is Kirienko's son? At V-contacted, skimming billions from the budget. Where is Peskov's son? The one who served there in Wagner.
Can we ask some questions about Solovyov's son, too?
Where are Solovyov's sons? Where are Putin's daughters, after all? Are they nurses on the front lines?
He also called the previous leadership of the Russian Ministry of Defense rot.
Shoigu, Gerasimov, where is the ammunition? Despite the fact that almost the entire staff of the previous Ministry of Defense is under investigation or even behind bars. This is theft. This is rot. These criminals in power are not the exception. They are, in fact, the rule. The system itself, which has existed for at least 26 years under this man, has continually and repeatedly reproduced these kinds of people in various positions.
Oh, and remember last year? A fake story circulated on social media about Putin's daughter Maria Vorontsova, who supposedly personally saved wounded Russian soldiers in Ukraine while working in a mobile hospital.
Maria Vorontsova, along with medical staff and doctors, carried wounded soldiers out of the train cars. Maria Vorontsova carried out 4 wounded, and while she was helping a 5th, a mine exploded nearby. She suffered a concussion herself but pulled herself together and kept treating the wounded. President Vladimir Putin modestly chose not to report this. Dr. Maria Vorontsova, after being wounded, was hospitalized for treatment and is now undergoing rehabilitation. Our president raised his daughter with dignity.
People in Russia are angry at Putin's regime because they're being shown a distorted reality. Man-made disasters, digital isolation, and daily strikes have become the new normal.
This is the second night that ordinary civilians sleeping at home find themselves at the epicenter of war. And when your house shakes, when the sounds are deafening, when oil refinery facilities are so close, this proximity, this fire, this smoke, it's very scary. I don't know. I simply have no words to describe what's happening.
When you see these complaints about a hard life, it's hard to find words to describe the depth of their degradation. While the slaves stew in their Russian world, the civilized world is in shock at their stupidity. Meanwhile, in Perm, something is burning and smoking again.
The governor came to the site. They said that everything was extinguished. Well then, what is this glow over the city of Perm? Tell me, please. What is this? Was the fire extinguished or not, after all? Who to believe? Your eyes or the people speaking on camera?
But even this didn't stop the Russians from holding a relay race. Despite the fire at the Transneft pipeline's receiving and pumping station, the celebration was held right next to the fire at the oil facility. Well, of course, peace, labor, may, spiritual bonds. Yesterday, a chemical alert was also declared in the city after a series of drone incidents. However, this was later explained as a test of the warning system. At the same time, official comments on air quality and possible consequences remain general without specific data. Just like in Tuapse, where the authorities tried to hide information about the deterioration of air quality. In Tuapse, by the way, they celebrated May 1st like this.
Greetings, this is what we have now. May 1st in the hero city of Tuapse. Happy holidays, dear comrades.
The Cuban operational headquarters says that open burning has been eliminated at the marine terminal in Tuapse. Do you believe it? Can you imagine the Krasnodar governor admitted that they really have problems with Ukrainian attacks on the region, but you can't go anywhere without newspeak, right? So he called the huge plumes of fire after the Ukrainian strikes a purely psychological attack.
Now look closely at what they're pushing. We see a new, I'd say sneaky, innovative tactic from the enemy. They're strapping extra fuel oil tanks onto the drones. Why? To create a bright flame and smoke when they're shot down. It's a pure psychological attack, just playing for the camera.
In reality, these strikes don't cause any serious damage or fires. It's just that Ukrainian drones carry fuel oil tanks to create bright flames and smoke.
We call this the oil drop effect. When our guys shoot down a target, this fuel oil sprays and burns on the ground. It creates a picture as if something serious is burning, but in fact it's just the remains of enemy fuel burning out.
Later, the media realized they'd publicized this madman's nonsense and deleted the interview. And briefly, about the brilliant victories in Putin's SVO, these photos are from Perm. Fires after the strike on the local MPZ and the Transneft hub continue. And the mayor of Perm only advised people to endure it.
On this day, I want to wish us all strength, patience, and faith. Only together, supporting each other, can we get through all the trials. Let's be united, cohesive, and truly strong.
Don't you think Putin and his accomplices have turned Russians into pushovers? Well, what do you think about this? Write in the comments and don't forget to like this video and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything interesting.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine today. Join us now.
And Lukashenko is in his usual form. First he shows a Starlink substitute, and now he's compared an experimental high-power tractor from the Minsk tractor works to a spaceship.
And what can you say, well, at first glance? So, are you happy with this tractor so far? 42 engine hours, but you're happy?
I am. Well, everything's lightweight there. The panels are informative. Instead of levers, there are buttons now. It's easier to drive.
Comfortable?
Yes, fully automatic.
That's actually a pretty big deal, you know, of course.
It's much easier to work. The engine is powerful, good.
Well, I should think so, of course. A spaceship. We'll get in and start it up.
In Samara, due to the threat of Ukrainian drone attacks, they've started dismantling the stage and stands set up on the square for the victory parade. The governor, meanwhile, announced a review of the May events program. The celebrations aren't being cancelled, but the format will change. Previously, the parade in the city was held even during the pandemic and in the first years of the full-scale war. Chuvashia, about 1,100 kilometers from Ukraine, and the Kaluga region of the RF, there will be no parade there. There won't be an Immortal Regiment march either, nor a festive fireworks display. By the way, how is Chukotka doing? It's your land, yet you're not interested. And now I'll tell you how happy they are there, with Putin's regime. These are photos of hellish price tags in shops in Anadyr, Chukotka. Avocados for 1,800 and cucumbers at 715 per kilogram.
Despite the fact that the population of Anadyr is small, as of January 1st of this year, it's just over 13,000 people. It is the largest settlement in the Chukotka Autonomous Okrug. Most people here are Russian, with indigenous peoples being the second largest group. In
the region, housing costs astronomical amounts, more than in Moscow, and there's no development. But at least they're proud that fighter jets are flying over them. Oh, those traditionalist Russians.
Yeah, I hear them. Those white ones.
Yes.
White ones. You can't say it well. The right white planes. America is close after all.
So, slightly different white ones fly here and they don't carry passengers. But at least the Ukrainian defenders are making us happy. The unmanned systems forces hit 4 Su-57 and Su-34 aircraft at an airfield in Chelyabinsk. And that's 1,700 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. The General Staff confirms hits on at least 3 deep strike assets with varying degrees of damage. Also, a satellite image captured the remains of a destroyed aircraft service vehicle that was positioned between the Su-57 planes. Slovak Prime Minister Fico stated that in Brussels, people ask him about Putin right in the restroom. Apparently, they couldn't find a better place.
I meet with Putin, and everyone criticizes me. But when I return after meeting him, everyone in the Brussels restrooms asks me what he said. So why don't they also go and talk to him?
It's so funny that I'm already afraid to open the internet. In Russia, they ban something every single day. Seriously, every single day. After, Pashinyan met with Putin and told him about democracy and the free internet. Russian marketplaces, Wildberries and Ozon stopped selling goods from Armenia without explanation. Yes, you heard right. Armenian goods have disappeared from the marketplaces. Then this is after it was claimed that Russians are being discriminated against.
You know, as you might already be aware, Armenia is actually a democratic nation. Social networks, for example, are 100% free. There are no restrictions at all.
What else has Russia banned? Well, from the latest. Russia banned Starlink after Musk disabled it for the Russian occupiers. And the new iPhone will also be banned, as well as Google Pixel and other devices with satellite communication.
You can't import electronics? Only those with a special permit and who are ready to work with domestic frequencies. There could also be issues with previously bought satellite-enabled tech starting at 100,000 rubles.
Let us know in the comments, how are you watching our channel right now? Is YouTube working for you? It's very important for us to know, as the Kremlin is tightening the screws. And we want you to know the truth, which will never be shown on federal channels in Russia. So, well, Google Docs were there, in-game chats were there, notes were there too, but we haven't had cat litter boxes yet. The only connection to the outside internet that isn't blocked in the country. And this is no joke, guys.